In the small, sleepy town of Greywood, there lived a young girl named Ella, just 14 years old. She was quiet, observant, and always felt like there was something wrong with the house she lived in. The creaking floorboards, the cold drafts that ran through the hallways, the flickering lights, it was all too much for her. But the most disturbing thing was the whispering. Soft, faint whispers that seemed to come from nowhere. At first, she thought it was the wind or perhaps her imagination. But as days passed, the whispers grew louder. One evening, after an unsettling day at school, Ella returned home to the usual eerie silence. As she climbed the stairs to her room, she heard it, a soft voice, barely audible, calling her name. Ella. She froze, her heart pounding in her chest. She looked around. There was no one there. But the voice came again, this time from behind the closed door of the attic. She had always been afraid of the attic, but the whispers were too much to ignore. Hesitant, Ella slowly made her way up the creaky stairs, the whispers becoming clearer with every step. Ella, come closer. With trembling hands, she reached for the attic door and turned the handle. The moment she stepped inside, the room felt colder than ever before. Dust particles floated in the air, and the shadows in the corners seemed to move. The whispers surrounded her, echoing in her mind, as though they were coming from every direction. Suddenly, the attic light flickered on, revealing an old, cracked mirror in the center of the room. Ella was drawn to it, her reflection staring back at her. But then, something strange happened. Her reflection smiled at her, but she didn't. The reflection's smile grew wider, more sinister. The whispers stopped. The reflection spoke, its voice echoing in Ella's ears. Come closer, Ella, you've been chosen. Before Ella could react, a cold hand brushed against her shoulder. She spun around, but no one was there. The air grew thick, suffocating, as the shadows seemed to reach for her. Panic gripped her heart and she bolted for the door, but the attic was now a maze, the walls closing in around her. The last thing she heard was the soft whisper again, but it wasn't coming from the shadows. It was coming from inside her own mind. You'll never leave.